Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Kingdom, y'all. You already know it's the King speaking to you, and you stepping straight into episode 7 of the Disco Elysium playthrough. If you're already here, you've heard me say it 6 times, and this is going to be number 7. If you have not watched the previous episodes, I highly recommend that you watch those, because you're going to be lost, okay? I'm lost, and I'm playing the game. But if you are keeping up with the videos, I appreciate that you're doing that, and I hope that you're enjoying the series. And without further ado, I don't want to waste too much time. Let's get back into it, guys. Alright, so last time when we wrapped up, I said that I was going to talk to some of these people over here. So, we had those footprints, and they were talking about a big guy possibly carrying the body, and this dude's looking big as shit. So I feel like he could technically be maybe the culprit. So let's talk to him, question him.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
Well, it doesn't look like it gives me any new options, so I guess we're not talking to him. Let's see if we talk to this guy up here. See if he says anything different.
Hola, wandering man. How can I help you?
Nah, same stuff. Alright, we haven't not talked to these people up here yet, so let's see what happens. What's this? Hey, notice, in case of a strike, press button behind guard. A hermetically sealed door, locked by electronic means. There's no lock picking or door kicking this one. Measure head crushes all. Okay, here's that big ass dude, so he might have done it too. This is what everyone's talking about.
Nobody betrays your degeneracy.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
The young woman at the giant's side agrees.
Don't say anything. Size him up first.
Say nothing. Size him up first. What do you mean my body betrays my degeneracy? My body does not betray my degeneracy. My body is unimportant. I'm with the police and we need to get into the harbor. We don't have time to get into this now. Alright, authority, here we go.
Are you admiring my morphophysiology?
A ripple of muscle passes underneath his skin. He lets you look.
It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm, sandwich. You are not in danger because you are not a threat to me.
Puff out your chest, still say nothing. See what happens.
What is this androgynous display of sexual maturity?
He looks down at you, taking stock of your physique.
Merely standing up makes you sweat profusely. Your breathing is erratic. Your own heartbeat in your ears grows frantic, and you feel your blood pressure rise.
Yeah, if I go into my thing, yeah, physique. Yeah, I probably shouldn't try to do my physique with this guy. I'm looking frumpy. I'm looking frumpy, guys.
Stop it. You are embarrassing yourself in front of this woman and your pedomorphic friend. This display of weakness may appeal to older women with a stronger maternal instinct, but it is a liability here on Battlefield Martinez.
Jean-Luc, his body is betraying his degeneracy pretty hard. Maybe you can ask him to leave.
What do you mean my body betrays my degeneracy?
You have succumbed to Al-Ghul.
His face contorts in disgust as if he were smelling a dead rat.
You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al-Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
Wait, Al Ghul? Smell your breath. Kim, is it really so bad? You're right, I'm an alcoholic now. I need to enter the harbor. There's no problem with Al Ghul. I just drink a little on the weekends. Enough, I need you to open. Say this one.
Your mouth moves, but the one who speaks is Al-Ghul. You are but a vessel for the Ghul now. Very little of yourself remains. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
Show him the ham still got it.
Show him the ham still got it. First, let me make this clear. I'm not a drunk. I'm a cop. I just have a drink every now and then. Everyone does. Actually, I think the ham sandwich race still has it in them. I'm the police and I need you to comply, now. The race stuff is unimportant here. I just need you to help me do my job.
Jerking motions, signs of a late-stage neurodegenerative disorder. How far the Occidental Haplogroup has fallen. You were once a noble and powerful race. You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft. You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Quakers. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture. You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
She's horrible.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
Come on, I just need you to move about 20 centimeters back. Push him out of the way. You're right about all this. Now I just need you to let me get into the harbor.
It is my task to keep the degenerate drunks from entering the harbor.
Don't push him out of the way. My physique? Nah, it ain't gonna work.
Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war. Bring your troops to the Simonine Islands and to Boogie Street and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
You serve the Union, don't you? Aren't they white? Know anything about this mug? Show him the mug. What are those tattoos you're supposed to mean? Conceptualization. Subscribe to his advanced race theory. Physical instrument. No, I can't do that. Alright, here we go. Door 72.
Go ahead. Don't
God.
be shy. Just ask for race secrets.
Alright. I want to learn this race theory of yours, so maybe we could become friends. Try to smile pathetically. I need some of that race stuff in my brain. Sock it to me. No, better not.
Do not be naive. I know the answer to the great race enigma. Why would I share it with a deformed infant? You do not have the devotion for servitude. Oh, don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that.
He turns his eyes towards the harbor, seemingly bored with
There
you.
must be some friction there. He's keeping it well hidden, however.
Yeah, but you still serve them. How does that factor into your life? You keep telling yourself that. Sorry, of course I understand now.
Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront polycultural capital. Something your race, naivistic communists, never did. Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and moronic.
I'm no communist.
Of course you are, Revacholian man. The failure of communism to challenge the world order is the core of your race fate. All around you, the fruits of its defeat. Individualism, rock and roll music, sexually transmitted disease, above all, Rampant multinational finance still reigning large. Tell me, where have you gotten your love of pathetic communism from? Degenerate youth culture? Rock and roll music?
I said I'm not a communist. I don't know who I am, but that's one thing I know. I've gotten it from disco, actually. It's true I'm a rock and roll star and a rebel. Youth culture does not affect my thinking. I must say I got it from disco because it's Disco Elysium.
Offshoots of the Seminoles people invented disco while having sex under the influence of cocaine. It is a shame upon my race.
Oh no.
But what is done is done. I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Seminoles race.
Okay, I'll ask, who are the Seminoles? I don't really know who the Seminoles are. I recently experienced head trauma. Wonderful, I need to enter the harbor now. Please business. Wonderful, we're done with this line of inquiry.
The South Island race, haplogroup A4A. We are the rightful masters of the Insulindian archipelago. We descend from the Areopagites of ancient Pericarnassus and arrived here 4,000 years ago. Millennia before you. We are the future. That is all you need to know.
So you were born and raised on the islands before you moved to Revachol.
I am a descendant. The narrow streets of Ulimbuir are with me in my genetic dreams. I see young Seminoles women walk into the grey mass on Ile de Fantôme, waiting on immaculate conception from the pale.
So you did come from the islands?
No, I have heard about it on the radio.
He would be appreciative if you did not further chase this line of inquiry in front of the women.
Alright.
Yes.
This could have made him more open to discussing the race enigma with you.
Kim, what do you think about this? Oh, we're back. Kim, no. Know anything about this mug? Okay, here we go, we're trying it again.
Ask what kind of
Yes.
races there are first. Classification is core to this stuff.
Measurehead, I am new to this world. Help me understand its races. I need to know what kind of different races there are.
Do you?
The lieutenant looks at you. I do. Whisper, this is for the thing. On second thought. The lieutenant looks toward the harbor electronic door and then to you. He lets out an audible sigh.
You are obviously a liberal, Sailite. A polyculturalist. I can see it from your love of microtechnology and your sartorial choices. Do not deny your friend the truth you have denied yourself. There are 3 categories of race. Type A, the heroic races. Type B, the servile races. And the vile CF race cauldron of pederasty. Which one do you need education on? Those are the Seminoles, the Areopagite, and the Occidentals, excluding the Maun, of course. The Maun are riddled with eczema to the point where they find it impossible to smile. They are all lactose intolerant, a common result of inbreeding. A receding genetic pool has led the Maun on reprehensible street parades. In Maun cities like Stadskanal and Vredefort, wearing wooden clogs on their feet and little green tassels on their hats.
Wait, who exactly are the
You
Maun?
know them by the names of their nation-states. The Oranese, the Gotwaldi,
That talk so slow.
and the Königsteiners. My people simply call them Maun.
Mahun is a derogative term for first world people of Gotwaldian descent. They do not all have eczema. Also, people of Katla, like the Suru and the Uhu, are much more lactose intolerant.
Wooden clogs, though?
In some municipalities of Oranje, people do wear shoes made of wood to street parades. Green, orange, and even yellow tassels have also been seen on hats.
The Maun are proof that you can have too much Occidental racial purity and tassel-centric culture. Inbreeding has led to a lactose-intolerant subrace whom no one can take seriously.
Alright, got it. So who are Type A then, in your view?
The Vespertines and Messenians of Vesper and Messina, the ancient Meteorans of Meteo by the golden Pisantic Sea, the Suren of Sur-la-Clé, and even the North Königsteiners, all have Type A race propensities. The other large Mondial civilization, the Mesk, are too yellow and oleaginous to count as a heroic race. True, they are violent and expansionist, but they have a glandular problem.
He draws his finger across his face.
Overproduction of sebum. Sebum is leaking into their brains, making them listen to El Mariachi music and eat toxic minced meat-based food, which in turn only produces more sebum.
And who are the Seminoles and Areopagites in
As
this?
proven by the Maun and the Mesk, Occidental Type A is in retrograde. The Seminoles and the Areopagites are on the ascent.
My goodness. And the Seminoles are?
The indigenous people of this, the Insulindian archipelago. The Seminoles inhabit the southern islands. I am Seminoles, from the stock of Ulmruir on Ile de Fantôme.
And the
The
Areopagites?
Areopagites are the master race of the Ile Maran deserts. The Seminoles are descendants of the Areopagites. We came here during a heroic migration from Ile Marat to Ansuland. Thousands of years before the lactose-intolerant Maun Occidentals discovered this place.
So what's the difference between them?
The Areopagites are sleek,
God, he has so much to say.
strong-headed. The Seminoles are powerful, mesomorphic. The former is an immutable progenitor, unchanged since the Super Isola of Pericarnassus. Ancient brains rest in their slender skulls.
He falls silent, contemplating the beauty and the mystery.
The latter is perfected and adapting. Together they form the Simeno-Areopagite, or Simeopagite superrace. That is all. There are no more Type A races in the world.
Nature was not capable of more.
Jeez. I gotta still gotta go through B and C and the vial.
Type B are the unheroic races, amorphous non-competitors of the great race. The Koikos and the Vacholier, they are mud-colored people.
Oh no. Black people. Alright. Because this guy's talking so slow, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna start reading it myself, so I may click through things a little faster than he's done talking, because he's talking so slow. It's gonna take forever, so.
The Koikos of Grad, Yugo, Zhimsk, Shest et al. Are what you would call white, officer, in a suspect description.
You say Kokos. I've been trained to identify them as white in official descriptions. Mud-colored.
To an untrained eye, the Koiko appear white and pinkish, like a ham sandwich. But look into their eyes.
Unhealthy, sweaty, and ashen.
Pinkness is a racial quality that has to be earned through centuries of advanced ballistic warfare and cultural domination. That the Koiko, the countless micronationalities of Grad, are all inexplicably
They
obsessed
seem to like more
with the
dividing into
dark.
microscopic ethno-states,
The
like
only
political
thing
amoeba.
they like more is
And the
divide
Valkyrs you
the
mentioned?
Vacholians, halfway between Type A and the racial Cauldron. Two makes to know right from wrong. You tried your degenerate little revolution.
Is it 82,000 years that we've been recording history? You have very little idea of what is happening. But that seems a little off.
Pretty sure history hasn't lasted that long. I've heard about this revolution. Mistakes were made, but it was about the right stuff. You're wrong about it. That revolution was perpetrated by degenerate left-wing marauders, not all the people of Revachol. Go away, stupid political thoughts. What was the revolution?
The mysteries of the people of this planet are a tragedy that has played out countless
I've heard about this
times over,
revolution. Mistakes were
like
made.
a fever dream of skin, hair, and bone. Wake up, naive chess piece. The revolution came to Ravachol from Grad, in Zara's written potato cart. The revolution is fatal familial insomnia. A hereditary condition passed from the Koiko
What is the potato plant?
Enough of Tibet mediocre tips. The F are a museum of failed chimeric
Tortured creatures waiting to be put to sleep.
and tragic math. Lesser races like the mosquito, a grotesque mixture of a masked woman and a Seminese man. The mosquito is born sterile, like a donkey. All they have left is to ride customized motor.
These are what, Mexicans? Listen to mariachi
It
music.
seems unlikely that two human beings produce genetically sterile offspring.
Maybe I misunderstood something, but aren't humans too similar to produce genetically sterile offspring?
You are right. You have misunderstood.
The sage will not budge on this.
Anymore?
Then there is the Simino Koiki Kaimira. Are you sure you wish to know of the Simino Koiki?
Yes.
Koiko, as you know, are very servile.
Causing changes to the Koikos to produce a super worker.
This will never happen. The Simonese and the Koiko may, but enough. It is cruel to entertain ourselves with the deformity.
Now that we've been through all the types, do I understand advanced race theory?
You understand nothing. To solve the great race enigma, you have to first ask yourself, what is the race enigma? You have not even worded the mystery.
How do I word the mystery?
You need to internalize what you have heard here today, then return to me. This clarity does not come instantly.
Okay, so I gotta sit there and break it down to my thoughts. Okay, can I not do it right now? Okay. Let's discuss something else.
I cannot possibly imagine what else we have to discuss, Tibere Vacholian. Your love for disco music and venereal disease?
My love for venereal diseases? Oh my god. Know anything about this mug?
He does not so much as glance at the object.
Know anything about it?
Stop showing me your pathetic. I have no interest in it.
Okay.
He had nothing to do with it.
Alright, I get it. What are those tattoos of yours supposed to mean?
Racists are generally not very good examples of their race.
He gestures towards the lorryman down the street.
I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken...
The drawings are precise and look true to their pseudo-scientific ambitions. One thing, however, it is not entirely free of throwbacks in the phylogenetic tree. His large jaw, for example, could be a trait indicative of criminalism. Also, his earlobes could be small.
Are you sure? I mean, that jaw is clearly an atavistic stigmata. Your earlobes are too big. You sure I'm not craniometrically superior to you? You're right, that's craniometric perfect. My race does not stand a chance.
You exhibit forward projection of the jaw, indicative of schizophrenia and sexual inaccountability. From a purely aesthetic standpoint,
What
it
else?
is impossible to see any more of your bone structure.
Well,
It is
in your feature I can
covered
see
in the
fleshy lips.
ravages of Al-Hul. This leads me to conclude you are not a police officer. You are a common criminal.
I'm not.
An offspring of murderers and
Oh, damn, now you're just talking shit.
Sur la Clé and Vesper. And possibly even...
Interesting, so one of my ancestors was sort of left on the other
Your
Vesper.
racial heritage is uninteresting. It is the same as all Rivasholians. Your parents and their parents made the decision to reproduce while under the influence of Al-Ghul. That is the only reason
Knock him
you
out.
are here.
Kim, what do you think about this?
I think this racist is better than the last. But the next racist will be the really good one.
That will be the...
That'll be your lucky racist. How do you know that there'll be your next racist?
He will grant us 3 wishes.
That's right.
Your pedomorphic friend has quick wits, a protruding occiput, and an indented zygomatic bone.
The lieutenant does not flinch.
You should keep him close. The congenital defect of farsightedness does not render him a complete invalid. He still has the use of his mind.
Alright, let me leave. What is...
Hey,
Who? Me?
yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism again.
Again?
Yes, you're ready to start building communism again. You've built it before. They've built it before. Hasn't really worked out yet. But neither has love. Should we just stop building love, too?
Can't argue with that. Yes, we should all stop building love. Love has worked out really well for me. I'm a love winner.
So, what about all that communism you've promised to build? Word on the street is you've woken up from 1,000 years of slumber, promising to erect a version of communism many times greater than any attempted before. Is that true?
How come there's word on the street?
You keep saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners, impale all people who have more than 25 real in their pocket, literally murder all human beings regardless of their political beliefs. That kind of stuff.
Alright, that sounds like me. I haven't said anything like that. I've said some mildly left-wing things, but none of those.
Oh yes, the mask of ambivalence. Don't deny it. You're about to rip it off and reveal the monstrous seven-eyed lamb of global communism that would devour and masticate mankind. Everyone can see that. So tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up the big communism builder? Or do we get right down to it?
Wait, first, what's this communism even about?
Failure. It's about failure.
I don't do failure.
Of course you do.
Oh, no.
You are failure. You are communism. Absolutely vanquished, beaten, curb-stomped, shat on. While everyone else is out partying, having a callous laugh, you will reverse the fortune of the workers of you alone, against every living thing, against every human alive. 800 trillion real in the hands of an impossibly well-organized ruling class. Towering city blocks of bankmen who have the ears of prime ministers. Million-headed armies of nations and the love of your own mother. You against the atom, the charm and the spin. Where the whole world failed. Matter failed to bend to human will. Human will failed to get out of bed and tie its laces. You alone, single-handedly, will rebuild the dreams of the working class. You are the last communist. Now get to work, comrade.
Shit, so we start building communism, bring it all back for the workers? Let's do it, fuck it.
Oh yeah, get the firing squads and the animal wagons ready.
Wait, what, firing squads? You didn't say anything about those. We're excused to further and breathe in the pristine air.
Too late to back out now. You can't make an omelette without breaking a few million.
I guess you're right, let's roll those sleeves up. Alright, so we gained another thought. Now let's look at these. So with my journal, put the advanced race theory idea into a free internalizing slot in your head. If there are no free slots, free one up. Then pass some time, and when it's internalized, return to measure head. This is how thinking is done. Alright. Well. So, here we go. This is the Mazovian socioeconomics. People think communism was some crazy idea that had its comeuppance 40 years ago, a fear that shook the world, never to return again. They were right, until he woke up today, a spiritual course responsive only to the call of Commodore Red, prostitutes, and Krasmazov. For him, communism is still a thing. He will single-handedly raise the commune of O2 from the oceanic trench where it has been resting. Covered in ghosts and seaweed, he is the big communism builder. Come witness his attempt to rebuild a communism in the year 51. And then we have advanced theory. A massive, fantastic race explores in your head. Desert pygmies playing with their own excrement, cocos juggling potatoes, eczema-ridden mons grinning and dancing on wooden clogs. Everyone is there, the whole race gang, plus some that you may have come up with yourself. The thieving sub-kips and the cellulite cast of fortunates hatching some kind of scheme. In the eye of this race Empyrean, a vertigo reaching up to the heavens, you sense something drawing nearer, nearer. So we're going to internalize that. I don't know about this socioeconomics one. I think I'm gonna leave that be for now. I don't know. I don't get too deep into the communism thing. Well, where should we go now? You talk to that guy. See if this guy says anything yet.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
You don't have any tips on how to punch a guy out, do you? Say a really big race theorist regarding a button?
Not before you get in there and get your ass whooped. Learn by failure, I always say.
He might have some advice, but you got to at least try to fight Measurehead first. Return if you fail.
Return if you fail. I don't know. I know I'd fail. But whoop my ass. My physique is a little frumpy. Physique is not the best. So there's that lady. Can I try looking at this again? No, it's still locked. Okay. Alright, well, let's talk to Kim.
Yes?
Okay, no. She have anything to say?
Lowman, you caught me at an opportune moment. Is of
No. Alright. Wow, I feel like I'm at a loss at this point. I'm kind of where to go next. Let's come up and around. We go back in this store. Let's talk to her again.
Welcome to Frit. Feel
What's that magazine she's reading?
Before we go on, what is this for? What magazine are you reading?
You mean this?
She looks at the cover boasting a colorful photo of two girls kissing.
This is Pop Stars. It's got, like, famous people in it. It's not for sale.
Looks like it also has something called Police de la Mode, featured on page 34. This speaks to you.
Stupid famous people. I approve of this. Very futuristic. Forget about all that. What if this is police? Wait, what this is fashion police feature? Point at the cover. I'm not even interested in that magazine. I don't know why I asked.
It's where they rate different outfits famous people wear. It's kind of funny. They're kind of mean. It's about who's the most stylish.
Who's the numero uno guy in there right now? And does he look like this? Points to yourself. Point to her hat. I bet your hat would take the prize. So who's the most stylish there? It can't be anyone from here.
No. I don't like it. I hate it.
Oh.
We are not the fashion police. We're the real police.
Before we go on, what is this Fritte?
I don't know. Frit?
And what is Frit? Why is it written with 3 T's?
A 7 to 11 grocery store. I think they think that the extra T makes it funkier. It doesn't.
The story goes that normal Fritta, with 2 T's, a men's workwear shop in Vredefort, was already taken. So when Fritter Retail Inc. grew into a multinational corporation, they had to add an extra letter to avoid trademark infringement.
It makes sense. Okay, I have some questions for you.
Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but...
She puts down the magazine. Does Frit have a warehouse in the back of the Whirling in Rags? Can you tell me something about the dead body? Can you tell me anything about this reality we're in?
A warehouse? I don't know. Maybe. I don't really care what Frit does.
Come on, give me something to work with here. This is important.
She scrunches up her face into an expression of consummate adolescent skepticism.
Fine. Frit doesn't have a warehouse. Just a little back room here. Okay?
She turns back to her magazine without waiting for you to respond.
I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but I haven't seen it, so...
Did you know the man who died?
Not really.
Not really, doesn't mean you knew him a little.
No. I didn't know him at all.
How long has it been there?
I don't know, really long.
What do you think happened?
I don't know.
No need to worry. It's just standard procedure for us to ask around. If you hear anything, let us know, okay?
Okay.
She scratches her nose. Thank you for your help. Can you tell me anything about this reality we're in?
Reality? You mean, what reality? Economic reality, or...?
She is like a student unexpectedly called upon by a teacher. Can she answer the classroom question?
Yes, tell me about the economic reality.
I don't really know anything. I mean, I'm 15.
15 is an excellent time to learn about the economic reality.
Yeah, that's why I'm working my arse off in Frit. So I guess, like, that's economic.
What about the physical reality then?
I don't know. What about it?
Where are we?
Frit?
No, I meant where are we on a larger scale?
As mankind, or as a nation, or...
What will her essay prompt be?
As mankind, as a nation, like where in the world? I say it's a nation. She rubs her face thinking.
We're in a transition. You know, transitioning from monarchy to democracy, all that stuff.
She nods and folds her magazine back. What time is it?
I don't know. Look at the clock. It's right behind you on the wall.
The clock shows the time at 10:09. The hands seem to be still. It's apparent the clock doesn't work.
What is the revolution?
When ordinary people take over the government and demand democracy.
What about the one we had here in Revachol?
Yeah, it happened like 50 years ago or so. Sorry, I'm not very good at this. At history, I mean.
The coalition, what's that? Someone told me there was one.
Our government? Or do you mean something else? Sorry, I really need to finish this article.
She taps the magazine on the counter. I won't bother you with this nonsense anymore. She seems happy to return to her reading. Alright. Well, got 5 random experience from her, so I can't argue with that. And we're out. Alright, so there's that guy. Let's talk to this guy. Actually, we haven't talked to this lady in a while.
I can't believe it's snowing again.
The young woman watches the falling snow in
It
sighs.
felt like springtime just a few days ago.
Alright, she got nothing for me. I don't want to go back to Kuno. Like, that's like my last, like, resort.
Now it's turning into a kind of a snow limbo, man. What's on your mind?
Nothing. Alright, well... should we go back to the boat lady and tell her that we don't really know who's smuggling the drugs yet? Let's look at our notebook here. Where's the thing? The map, right? So it says if it's white, we can kind of... should we go back to our room and look in the mirror? Tommy Lahome, empathy formidable. Man from Heimdall series. Trying to look at these things. Do I see Joyce? Time at home. Measurehead is formidable. How are my thoughts coming? It's coming slowly. Alright. Oh boy. Can we do anything with this guy yet? Nope, he's just drunk. Ooh, what's this? Signal blue naval coat. Oh yeah, we're putting that on. Suggestion I, Captain, -1 half light. This classic double-breasted coat suits everyone, including you, and if you ever find yourself battling winds at the helm of a ship, then the coat's heavy fabric has got your back, even if months have left holes in it. What? Oh yeah, we're rocking it. We're rocking it.
A sturdy metal door guards the southwest entrance to the apartment building. It's locked.
Should we try it? Give him tell her we're real policemen.
Madame, I assure you, we are real police officers.
The lieutenant repeats dutifully.
There is no reply. Just faint, sweeping sounds inside.
What a pain in the ass. Alright, let's talk to this lady again. See if she has anything for us.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Oh, here we go. Volition. Say it. Can I have some money?
I am sorry.
Ugh.
It just doesn't come out of your mouth. What does is...
Excuse me? I didn't hear you. Did you say money?
No, let's talk about something else. You're on a boat.
Why, yes, I am.
She looks at the deck under her feet. Green and white sails flutter overhead. Not a lot of people on boats, are there?
Of course there are. We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around?
Wait, we're on an archipelago?
Yes, we are. We are on Le Caillou.
Caillou, I thought we were on Revachol. Still, I haven't seen anyone else sail a boat around here.
We are. And the city of Revachol is on the island of Le Caillou. I haven't seen anyone else drive a souped-up Capri Kenema motor carriage either.
Actually, that motor carriage has been specially issued to serve as a patrol and pursuit vehicle. It's for crossing long distances in the greater Revachol industrial harbor. It's not a toy.
Neither is this. A toy, I mean. It's a machine for crossing long distances in the Bay of Revachol, between the city and the islands.
She's having a good time arguing against the law. Too good, perhaps.
Not a lot of people. Does she have a name?
The boat? No. It is called Cordelati 19, because that's the type of sloop it is.
Okay, but what kind of boat is it?
It's a pleasure craft. A 19 pacer. It also happens to be rated for Category 1 racing. Though these days I mainly use it for business.
How do you like it?
Sloop? I like it a lot. It's the eel's hips, baby.
I'm enjoying this part of the interview. It has so little to do with the murder we're investigating.
I really do, the lieutenant thinks. Is she thrown off yet? He's looking at the woman, assessing her.
Do you have a license for the boat?
Officer, I assure you I'm a highly qualified pleasure craft operator.
The crowns of her teeth are porcelain, white as the boat's hull as she smiles. Her nonchalance might be related to something called the Wayfarer Act. A law that says she doesn't need a license. Sly Fox, you're not aggressive enough to harass her further on this.
Good.
You seem smart. I need someone to give me a load on this reality we're in.
This reality?
She pulls her hood closer around her neck. It's related to that medical episode. I have trouble remembering even the most basic terms of reality. No time to explain, just give me the lowdown. Actually, now's not a good time.
Ah, yes. The episode. Sounds like an acute case of encephalopathy, now that I think of it.
She puts down her thermal cup and looks at you.
Don't be phased, madame. He functions perfectly well. He only needs a lowdown on all of reality.
We may be here a while then. Ask away, officer. I'll help however I can.
Alright, we're in. I know these all look good, but begin with the first, okay?
Begin with the first. Alright.
We're in Martinez, baby.
And what is Martinez?
Martinez is a district of Revachol. A very small district tucked away near the industrial harbour, north of the 881 and Jamrock. You would be excused for not knowing about it. Unimportant, they say. Forgotten, even. Shelled to smithereens during the Revolution. It has its charms, just not this time of year.
Tell me more about Martinez. You mentioned a sea. What sea is this? Okay, that's Martinez, which Revachol. Tell me about another, perhaps even more fundamental aspect of reality.
I'm not a good ambassador. I've only been here once before, as a teenager. Not a lot has changed. There are ruins, a terminal, fishing boats, reeds, boys with boxy shoulders. This place used to be a province, a workers' resort before the city swallowed it and the artillery did its work. The reeds are the real star of the show here now. The further down the coast, the wilder it gets. It's not really a sea, it's the Bay of Revachol. And the bay feeds into the ocean.
Are we near the ocean?
Yes. We're on an island in an ocean. The world's largest body of water. The Insulindic.
Known to the early Revacholians as Les Immensités Bleues, the blue immensities. Vast, lukewarm and unknowable, flowing in and out of sight.
So the name of this island.
Caillou, as you already know. Imagine a pebble. A smoothed over pebble amidst a great blue sea. Misshapen, cracked. The cracks are the river Esperance. We're in the delta of this river on the 6th branch, the Martinez distributary.
It is clear this pebble is of enormous value to her, and to humanity at large.
Okay, that's Martinez. What's Revachol?
Revachol? Revachol is what you call a city.
What kind of city is Revachol?
The great kind.
Oh, okay.
As if it's self-explanatory, beyond patriotism, a fact.
What makes Revachol great?
History detective. They built this city to resolve history. Our part in it, at least. Our centuries.
Okay, who built the city?
The nations of the Occident, or migrant workers from Seminine and Ile Marat, depending on your creed.
And when was it built?
In the DeLorean century. 380 years ago.
Why will it resolve history?
They say it's where the terrible questions of our time will be answered. The tensions are highest, the fault lines deepest. By that I mean conflicts. Ideological conflicts. The stuff of men.
Why here?
We are standing on a fertile, self-sufficient island, able to sustain up to 200 million people, in the middle of the Insulindic Ocean, the world's connective tissue. It's where the money is.
So we're in an unimportant part of an important place. So we're pretty much at the center of the world. So we're on the periphery, basically nobodies.
Oh, we're quite a way off. About
She points across the water where the skyscrapers rise.
22 kilometers from the center of the world.
Well, level up.
Soldering iron is the bank of the world building. The bottom floors are Insiacom. Coalition government, Insulindian Mission Command.
Look at the sea.
Silence. She lowers her hand. The water, the light. It's as though you're seeing it for the first time. There is no recognition. Only the immensity of the sea and the cold radiating from it.
Where are we? I don't know any of this. Say nothing. Observes large body of water.
We are where we are. I have no truer answer to give, unfortunately.
She watched you closely as you scan the horizon.
This is one thought you need to complete. Where are you?
Was there something else you wanted to know? I remember something about a lowdown.
This has been informative. Thank you, ma'am. I'm sure my memory-impaired partner has many more questions to ask, about even more fundamental aspects of reality. Might I suggest not asking them all right now? Ma'am, Messier will be here later too, and tomorrow. Isn't that true, ma'am?
Absolutely. My commitment here is long-term.
Yeah, you're right. I'll continue later.
It's better not to eat all your candy at once.
Indeed. I'm always at your service.
Okay, those things are super low, so that's all for now.
Glad to have been of assistance. The little that I know. Anything else?
Nope. Alright, so we can level up. I think maybe we should do something with our physique, since we're getting ready to try to get past this big-ass guy on the bridge. So, flex powerful muscles, enjoy healthy organs. Go to party planet. Let's shrug off the pain, let it hurt you more. Take the blow, don't let the world kill you. Raise the hair on your neck, tune to the city, let the body. Let's do this one. Okay. And get a reality on lowdown. You have no idea where you are. Lena encouraged you to ask others to explain the world to you in greater detail. Perhaps try a rich person. So Joyce is rich and willing to answer your questions. That's one. Keep asking Joyce questions about reality or return later. She'll be here whenever you need the info. Yeah, we'll go back in a little bit. Derealization. Temporary research bonus. None. Revachol Special Administration Region. The Lakayud. All that stuff. Name after name, and none of them is familiar. They seem real, but something is wrong. You feel like a kid looking at stickers on the fridge. Truvant, the Apricot Company, World Games 34. You can almost see your hand reaching out for them. Scratch at the corners. See if they peel loose. This feels like the most important of all the thoughts, the one you truly must complete. Alright. So, I think... Man, I feel like we're pretty much going to wrap this episode up here. Oh, is this blood? I think we're going to wrap up the episode here. I'm still kind of at a loss on what I'm really supposed to be doing right now. You know, we're kind of hitting people. People are saying some different things to us every now and then, but I feel like it's not leading us any closer to solving the mystery of this body that's hanging. There's those old guys there. Yeah. So, I think the next time we jump on here, we're going to go back inside here. Maybe that lady came back out of her room. Maybe somebody's inside willing to talk. Or I guess we can go back. I'm not going to go back and talk to the muscular guy until my thoughts. Until I get kind of this advanced race theory thing down. Because that's probably what he wants to hear from me. So, next time, we're going to do some more investigating and see where we end up. So, if you enjoyed the episode, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. I appreciate you coming through for part 7. And I'll see you back for part 8. Until then, yo, peace out.